Hi, Neil here from neilcurtis.me, and I just want to show you quickly a way to create a comparison site or a way to list a database of results that you can filter and browse through. So here, for example, I've got a list of ski instructor courses, and at the top we have a filter, so we have all the different kind of courses, what countries you can do them in, start date of the course, and how much the course costs. And the data shown in these filters has to be in these results here. So if there wasn't an IASI level 1 in here in these results, then it wouldn't show up in this list. So it's kind of dynamic. So you have quite a big list here, 40, 50 instructor courses. And if we click on one, so this CSIA level 1, 2, takes us through to an individual course page where it has information about the course, about the qualification, has a embedded map of where it is. So this one, for example, is in Canada, and it has a form that you can fill out. And if you fill out this form, it submits the information of the person to the website, and it automatically puts in the title of the form so we know which form has been submitted. So if we go back to the database, and we can say, for example, oh, we only want to do courses in France because it's where we want to teach in the end and it's the closest place to where we live. So we just click France in the resorts, and it filters down. So now we only have these results. So you see we've only got this BASI level 1, 3 and 4 available in France, and you see we can do it in January or October. But there's a range of prices, so we might say, okay, I don't want to spend any more than £5,000 doing this, so we'll click that. So now we only have 4 results shown, and if we have a look, we can only start in January. There we go, we've got 3 options now, so we can see what we want. So say we need to do this level 3, so we've got 2 resorts in France, so we want this one, Val d'Isère. Click on it again, and it takes us through to the resort page. Obviously these are the details for this particular qualification. And say, all right, we want to do a new fresh one. We can just click reset here, and it completely resets us back down to the full database list. So I just wanted to show you this and to explain how you could make it yourself. So I created this entire filter using the Views plugin, which is a plugin from OnTheGoSystems, and there's a suite of plugins called Toolset, and in Toolset you get a plugin called Views that lets me to display custom post types like this. And there's also a plugin called Types that's part of this Toolset suite of plugins that lets me create these individual custom post types. So these custom post types here, which have got custom fields, I've got a custom field for resort, for country, for start date, duration, price, and also I've got an area to put in a bit of information about the resort, the qualification, and more details. So all of this is done through custom fields and custom post types that I created using the Types plugin. Then I displayed them all like this and created this filter using the Views plugin. And if we go back to our individual course, this form I created using Gravity Forms, and it has a dynamic field that's populated from metadata. So this is the same form that's on every single course page, except it's got a hidden meta field that someone fills out this form, click submit, it pulls in automatically the title of this qualification, so I can see exactly which form is being submitted on which course. Okay, what I'll do is I'll log into the back end of this site, into the dashboard, and I'll show you exactly how I set all of this up. I won't go into the specific details, I won't create it from scratch, but I'll just go through each stage in each area just so you can see what I did, so you can see if it's something that's good for you. So when you have the Types and Views plugins installed, you get these extra menu links here. So first of all, we go into Types. So if I hover over Types, you see other types, you see we've got custom post types, custom taxonomies, custom fields, and other things here. So first of all, I'll go into the custom post types. And I've got one called ski courses. I've got a few different ones on this website actually, but I've got one called ski course that I set up to create these ski course pages. And you see, all you need to do is, when you create a new custom post type, you just get this page. You just put in the name of the custom post type in a singular name and a slug. And you see on the left hand side here, I have ski courses. And this is this custom post type ski course that I set up here. And I just left all this as a default. And I said, what I want to show is a title for this particular custom post type. Because what I'm going to do is, what I did is I created individual custom fields that I embedded into this custom post type later on. But by default, I just wanted the title, and that's it. So all I did is did that, and then I clicked save custom post type or create custom post type, and that was that. So the next stage was to create custom fields. So again, I'll click here on custom fields. And again, I have a few, but I've got ski course fields that are set up specifically for this. And again, this is the standard page you get. So what you do is you give it a title, and then you see where you want to show it. So I said I want to show it on the ski courses custom post type, and everything else I'll just leave. And then what you do is you just use these available fields here. So I've got a select field for most of them. So I just click select here, and it adds the new select field here. You just give it a title, slug, and you see what the options you want to be. So I'll get rid of that. So basically, these are the drop-down fields that you see when you're doing the filter. So I've got all these different custom fields that are needed, and then once you did that, these custom fields are automatically assigned to the ski courses custom post. So now if I go into my ski courses, see I have a whole host here. If I click add new, I just give it a title. So this would be the course or the qualification or the course that you had to do, and then basically you just go through all of these different drop down, select what you want, and then put in the price, the resort details, qualifications. I embedded Google Map. This is a plugin that I use to embed a Google Map. And actually, this is what you see is what you get field, custom field, and I use this plugin here, MapPress, to create a map, and it embeds a shortcode in here to display. Then I also, and that's it. And I put in some SEO options, but this is from the theme of the framework I use, which is the Genesis framework. Publish it, and as soon as I publish it, it creates the custom field I want. So I'll go in here and I'll show you one that's already filled out. So it's got the name of the ski company that does the course. It's got the qualification, what level it is, what resort. That's all in the title and the name. So I've just gone through, selected the right one for all of these, put in the price, put in these extra details. There's the map, SEO options. I just fill out all those, update. As soon as you do that, you can view it here, and it automatically displays like this straight away. So you see I've done no style into that. I put in no style into that custom post type, but automatically it just creates this beautiful, nice, neat looking view here. And that is because I use the views plugin that controls all of the styling of these custom post types. And you'll notice that there was nowhere in that custom post type for this form, and that's because I've embedded that straight into the styling. So that's how you create your custom post types. So now we use this views plugin to do all the styling. We have two options. We have a view, which is that list of courses that we can filter, and that is the view. And also we have content templates, which is what you use to create the layouts of the individual custom post types. So I don't know if that's a bit confusing, but we'll just have a look at it, so hopefully it'll be clearer. So content templates. So click on this, and I've got 4 in here already, but It's a ski courses template that we want to look at, because that's what I created to style these custom post types for ski courses. So I click add new content template, but let's have a look at the one I created for the site. So you give it a title, or you did that in the last stage, and then this is it here. So at the bottom we say we want to apply this template to the ski courses, but that's it. And when you come to it blank, you just get this page here, and what you do is you just add fields to this template. It's as easy as that. So you see here, I've got this custom field, which is qualification, and then I've got the resort, and then I've got the country, and I'll show you down here. If I go right down at the bottom, all you do is when you've got the views plugin installed, you get this option here. So I click on it, and it shows you the basic standard ones like the post title with a link, URL, body. But remember, the only default one we have is a title, or the title with a link, but we can also get the URL if we want. But then if you go down, I've got these ski course fields that we set up in our custom fields. So we've got the company name, the qualification type, the start date, and all that kind of stuff. So I can just say qualification type, just insert shortcode, and that's it. Now if I save this, now the qualification type will show up for this custom field. We can add all the other ones, which I did. And then once you've added all your fields, you can then style it using CSS and HTML. And there's actually a neat CSS editor here right in the window. So you put all your CSS here, and it basically just uses this in combination with the default CSS styling from your theme. But I've created new ones here. So you see I've got a new class called course font. And there it is, course font here. That's just defining the styling of this font, the resort name, and also the font here. So what this does, if we have a look at our individual custom post type. So here you see resort name with the resort title and the name of the resort, Sunny Peaks, and then what country it's in. So we go back here, see we have the title resort, which I've made strong, so I made it bold, so you can see it's bold. Then I've got this custom field for the actual resort, and I've got a comma, and I've got this custom field for the country. So you see I've got the resort and then the country. Then I've got a bit of a gap, and I've got the when it starts, how long it lasts for, and the price. So if we go back in here, you see I've got a padding class that I created, which is here, just to put a bit of padding of 25 pixels. So you'll see there's a little gap there. And then I've got course starts, course duration, price, and I've got this custom field for the start date, for the duration, and the price. Then they're all styled with this class course font 2, which I set up there, which basically says I want a font size of 20 pixels and I want to clear anything beneath it. So that's 20 pixels font size, and then instead of this course duration going next to it, it falls beneath it. So that's the styling for that. So basically I've got styling down this side, and then on this side I've got this form and this resort location. And you'll see that's because here we've got this class called top section 1, and we've got this other class called top section 2. So everything in top section 1 is this stuff on the left hand side, and everything in top section 2 is this stuff on the right hand side. So you see on the top section 2 is got a heading 2 of is this course for you, which is here. Then we've got all this stuff, and this is the embedded gravity form here. So you see the same form, which I've called AAA dash 4 stars and ski course submissions, just so I can find it easily in my list of forms. It's not important, but here I've got this gravity form 9015, which is here. So it's the same form embedded straight into every single custom post type, but as I said, it pulls in this qualification title. So there we go. So that's how this is laid out, and it's quite cool because it is responsive, so it looks nice on a mobile device. This is how it looks on a mobile device. You see the top section 1 stuff, the left hand stuff goes in first, and then the other stuff falls in beneath it, which I think is quite cool. So that's how all that's styled with the view plugin here. And finally we have this views, which is used to create this filterable database. So you see there's only one course for this one, and I've got loads of views, but the one we want to look at is ski course database with a filter, because that's the one I set up for this. So you give it a title. You say you only want to look at ski courses, your custom post set ski courses. And then what you do is I select this option here to update the results automatically when someone clicks on it. So this is someone clicks on Canada. If you notice, I didn't have to click submit, it just does it automatically. So that's, select that option there. And then basically what I did is I just, this first top section specifies all of this stuff here. So I said I want to show this qualification select list, I want to show this resort select list, I want to show this start date and this price, have a reset button. So all of that I've set up here. So all you do is click add new field, again select what you want to show, and then just go through it all. I also said I want to show a spinner graphic, which means I'm going to click at this bar here, and there's a few options for that. And I also wanted a reset button, so I put that in, which is this reset button. So I did all that here, and then again I've got the styling, CSS styling here. So if you use the types and views plugins, you will need to know a bit of CSS, but it's not hugely complex. All I'm doing is stuff like width, margins, float. You know, I don't do anything super complicated. And then once you've styled this top bit, you go down to the next set of windows, which is loop output, which is all of this bottom stuff. So basically I wanted to lay this out like this. So say I want to show title that you can click, start date, end date, duration, price, and then there's read more for each custom post, and it just carries on displaying this in a loop. So you see I just did the same thing. In fact, I went through this loop wizard to select everything I want to show. So basically it just puts in all of these custom fields for the start date, end date, duration, and again I styled it CSS. This probably looks very complex, and you know there is a learning curve when you start using these plugins, but it's way easier than having to code this all yourself using PHP, etc. to create this quite complex and quite cool layout. This is really something I wanted on the site, and using this types and views plugins really helped me do this. So if you've got a similar idea, you want to create a load of courses or look something on your website, properties, maybe retail, or I don't know, anything you want, you have loads and loads and loads of individual custom pages that has all the information about whatever you want, the course or the property or whatever, then you can use this filter, this view, to display them all and allow them to be searchable. So there you go, that's all done using that. And one final thing is I had that embedded gravity form here. And I'll just quickly show you that. So I've got my forms, so I've got the Gravity Forms plugin installed. So if you do that, I have this, but I've got loads of forms, but this is this AAA ski courses one that I created, and I've only had it recently, so I've got no entries. And that's why I call it AAA, just so it will show up top. So basically you see here, this is Gravity Forms, and again it's a nice plugin for easily creating forms. You just click what you want, so you want a single line text or you want to drop down or whatever. And this is a form, and I've styled it again with some CSS, which you will need to know if you want to style. I've done all that, and I've just embedded that shortcode into that view to display it here. But you'll see I have a hidden field here, and it says allow it to be populated, and I've said by the post title. So I go to entries here. You see we have nothing. Now I fill out this form. Fill out all the form details, and I click submit. You go through to a thank you page that tells them some more information. If I go back here and I refresh, there you go. It said that a course form was filled out on a Section 8 CSI Level 1 page, and here's the details of the person that filled it out. If I click on it, it gives me all of the details. And just to go back just to prove, it was that CSIA Level 1-2 qualification, which is here. So there you go. And these are even has a cool feature where you can map it. So if I click that, it'll map it. There you go. Okay, so there you go. That is just a video just to show you how you can use the types and views plugins, which is from the suite of plugins called Toolset, to create custom post types, custom fields, and also lay things out using views and content templates. I will be creating a detailed how-to tutorial showing you exactly how I created this view here to display all of these ski courses, and also how to create the individual custom post types and how to even create the gravity forms and embed it, the whole process. But that will take time, that'll come in the future. But for now, you can just see what is achievable using these plugins. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel if you're watching this on YouTube, so you can hear about new videos as soon as I upload them. And also on my website, which is www.neilcurtis.me, head over there and see what's new, and also sign up to the email list there, and I can keep you updated about all sorts of things to do with WordPress, styling WordPress, and other things like this.